Everybody good? Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Terry Pickering. I'm the Bastrop County Sheriff. I'm here today to just give you a real brief update on activities on the Hidden Pines fire. As a lot of you have seen and heard, the Black Hawk helicopters have come in and are putting a tremendous amount of water on the fire. The lake right behind us is a relatively short haul to where the fire is actually at, so they're able to scoop up large amounts of water and drop it pretty quick and come back and get some more. So we're very optimistic that we're going to get things under control. We did have to evacuate another area along Keller Road. Some residents along Keller Road have been asked to leave their residences. The specific number, I don't know right off the top of my head, but it's a situation where the fire's kind of snaked down into a valley and it's kind of coming up on the backside. So just as a means of precaution, we're asking those residents to go ahead and evacuate and leave their homes. I will say that the people who have evacuated the area, we strongly encourage them to obviously watch the news channels, check social media. If they can't get the information that they need there, they're welcome to come to the command post. They will need to have a driver's license that shows that they do live in the affected area in order to be allowed in, and we'll certainly share information with them. As what was discussed in the earlier meeting, we're still working on some re-entry plans, and hopefully this afternoon we'll be able to discuss that in more detail as to how, once the fire gets under control and the firefighters deem that it's safe, that we'll be able to allow the residents who've been evacuated back in an orderly fashion and make sure everybody's property is secure. That's all I have from my standpoint. I'm going to turn it over to Carrie Hines with Texas Forest Service, and she might be able to give you more information.
Hey guys, like you said, Carrie Hines, Texas A&M Forest Service. I'm here today acting as a public information officer. There's about 4 of us on scene who are acting as information officers, and as he mentioned, we are actively using social media as a way to communicate the most up-to-date information possible to residents. The Bastrop County Emergency Management Facebook page has created an event, Hidden Pines Fire, that's open to everybody, and they can join it for the most up-to-date information. We would like to say a big thank you to residents who have donated supplies to the surrounding area and the Smithville Fire Department. We just received some medical supplies, chapstick, lotion, sunscreen, things like that, and some snacks, healthy and hearty snacks for our firefighters, and we just got those lined up, so they're ready to give out to the guys on the line. So we want to say a big thank you to those who have donated. Thanks.
And we'll take any questions at this point.
Have you made the assessment from the air yet? Has the acreage changed?
As far as I know, there hasn't been any change in the acreage. It's the same as it was earlier today. So hopefully, the weather conditions will remain right for them. And like I said, with the helicopters being able to make those relatively short hauls with the water and dump tremendous amounts of water on it, I'm hoping they'll be able to get it under control pretty quick today.
When you say a lot of water, what are we talking?
I asked somebody earlier how much one of those Bambi buckets holds on the helicopter. I think it's like around 300 or 400 gallons. So we got at least 2 Black Hawks that are flying, and they're coming and dipping water every 5 minutes or so. So they've been doing that for probably a couple hours now. So to me that's a lot of water being dropped.
Has any of the fire mitigation work done over the summer helped in fighting this fire?
Oh, absolutely. As they talked about in the earlier press conference, that was one of the key factors in being able to control this fire was the mitigation that had been done earlier in the year, and that's certainly something that Bastrop County has been working on since our 2011 fires, and we're going to continue to work on it. I think what we're seeing today is a demonstration of the positive effects. I would hate to see what would happen if we hadn't had that mitigation in place.
Any tips for people out to, in the line of the fire for fire mitigation or anything like that?
I'm going to turn that over to our fire expert.
So you asked a mitigation question. I'm a mitigation and prevention full-time employee with the Texas A&M Forest Service. We highly encourage landowners to take a year-round approach to mitigation around their homes. There's one program in particular, a national program called FireWise, that really encourages residents to take action on personal property, things as simple as keeping their grass short, keeping dead material away from their house, keeping their gutters clean of litter, and those are all things that residents can do at any time of the year. So we highly encourage mitigation year-round. But as for right now, if people are worried about their house in this particular fire, simple things you can do before you leave the house, making sure your windows are closed. That way embers can't get inside the house. Or sweeping off your deck so it's clear of needles and leaves that are trapped in corners. That's one of the ways that a lot of embers start decks on fire. Simple things that they can do before they evacuate.
Can you estimate how many crews might be out there working?
Go ahead.
So we have crews from Texas Parks and Wildlife, Texas A&M Forest Service, and multiple local fire departments. I saw a sign-in sheet this morning that looked to be I think mid-80s, maybe up to 100s, but that's total personnel that are out here right now. So, yeah.
People, or not departments, right?
People.
Yeah, people.
Personnel,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
I think there's about 5 or 6 local fire departments that are working cooperatively with the Forest Service and Texas Parks and Wildlife and others. So yeah, it's probably close to about 80 to 100 people out here total. All right. If nobody else has any questions, I do want. It was brought to my attention, I forgot to tell everybody where the command post is located. So the residents that have been evacuated, if they can't get information through social media, watching television, listening to the radio, then they can certainly come to the command post. The command post is at Boucher State Park. And like I said, as long as they show a driver's license or identification that shows that they live in the area that's been evacuated, then the officers will let them come on up to the command post and get whatever information that they need. All right. Thank you all very much. I think right now we're looking at probably 4 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock this afternoon on doing another briefing and giving you all an update on what activities have transpired this afternoon. And it'll be right here in the same place unless I start sweating some more. So, okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks so much.